"I can't impress this on you too strongly," said Paul to Timothy in a letter. Now, Timothy was Paul's friend in sharing the gospel. God is looking over your shoulder. Christ himself is the judge with the final say on everyone. Proclaim the message with intensity. Keep on your watch. Challenge, warn, and urge your people. Don't ever quit. Just keep it simple. Timothy was a disciple of Paul and a regular companion when sharing the message of the gospel around the world. Paul continued in his letter to Timothy, "You're going to find that there will be times when people won't have ears to hear what you're teaching them. They will find teaching that sounds easier to do. They may even follow the crowd and do what everyone else is doing. They may even turn their backs on the truth that you present. But keep your eyes on what you're doing," Paul encouraged. "Accept the hard times along with the good. Keep the message alive. Do a thorough job as God's servant." Timothy was an ordinary young man, passionate about the things of God and encouraged by the great example of Paul. In fact, Paul considered Timothy his son in the faith and taught him how to best show off the goodness of the gospel and its outworking in the church. One of Timothy's biggest challenges was a lot of people didn't listen to what he had to say because he was so young. But Paul, being the mentor he was, encouraged him by saying, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." Paul encouraged Timothy to become more like Jesus, and the people around him would see that he was the real deal and faithful to who God had called him to become. Timothy was also a faithful friend and companion to Paul through the good and through the bad, including the time in prison. Even as Paul edged closer to heaven, he encouraged Timothy to continue to pursue Jesus with all of his might. Timothy was a faithful man not only to his friend and mentor Paul, but also to God and the call of God on his life. That's a great example of a hero, someone who sticks close to God in his call through thick and thin. That's what God is looking for, faithful followers, and it doesn't matter how old you are, you can become a faithful follower at any age. Throughout the Bible, God worked through ordinary and unlikely people in incredible ways. You and I are just as ordinary and just as unexpected, so imagine what God can do through us.